Hello everyone! In today's video I will be reviewing the second episode of Helluva Boss Season 1, Loo Loo Land. But first, before I actually give a review of the episode, I must recap everything that happened in the episode. The episode opens with a shot outside of Stolas' beautiful mansion, but the shot is ruined by Octavia's obnoxious screaming and crying for her mom and dad. Come on, Octavia, grow the fuck up. I was like 2 or 3 the last time I cried for my parents, and that was because I thought I saw a literal demon standing over me while I was trying to sleep. Okay, that's not true, but I was like 2. Now Stolas comes into the room to try and calm her down with a song, which I've gotta say, It'll Be Okay is probably one of the best songs in the show, aside from Fuck You, House of Osmodeus, and When I See Him, and don't forget, Moxie's Bad Trip, to name a few. Anyway, Stolas puts his ugly daughter to sleep and leaves the room. The next scene opens with present-day Octavia waking up to her parents screaming in the kitchen because Stella had caught Stolas cheating on her with Blitz. Octavia turns on her goth music and starts walking through a long hallway to the kitchen to see Stella still screaming at Stolas. Stella sees Octavia as Stella left the room and Octavia entered. Stolas puts on a happy face for his daughter and asks her how she slept, with her being a grumpy teenager about it. Seriously, guys, I can't stand teenage characters. They piss me off. Stolas, then seeing that the question displeased her, then asks what she's listening to. Then she replies,
It's called My World is Burning Down Around Me. It's by Fuck You, Dad. It's a band.
Oh, how charming.
Yes, how charming. Stolas gets the idea to take him and Octavia to Loo Loo Land, Octavia's supposed favorite place in hell to go when she was younger. Octavia said she'd
rather kill myself.
And Stolas says,
There we go. Anything but staying in this house.
Stolas calls Blitz for security, in which, during this call, he misunderstands Stolas' request and thinks Stolas is trying to get him to fuck his daughter.
Well, make sure she washes it.
Stolas clarifies his request in a better way, and Blitz becomes annoyed by the idea of being a bodyguard, but then finally agrees to it when Stolas offers him money. The next scene opens in a parking lot where Moxie pulls open the van door to let Stolas and Octavia out, and they usher them forward. As soon as they enter in the park gates, Blitz has this to say.
If you try fucking my little ass in that park, I swear.
Octavia finds this statement disgusting, and she says that she's gonna be sick, which Moxie takes this literally and starts offering an unholy assortment of drugs and needles just before realizing she was being sarcastic and threw them into a baby stroller. Yay, that baby is having a great time playing with those, huh? Millie looks around with amazement, remembering that she used to come to Loo Loo Land as a child, and excitedly points at what she calls Big Wobbly.
That is deeply upsetting.
Yes, I agree with you, Moxie. That screech is deeply upsetting. Moxie says he hates theme parks, and especially their mascots, and...
Well, hey there!
Wow, would you look at that? There's the Loo Loo Land mascot, Lulu, who literally has his butt crack sticking out. Anyway, Octavia starts questioning Lulu, Blitz makes a sex joke, a gay sex joke to be exact, and Moxie calls Lulu a pervert, in which he agrees.
Yeah.
Moxie and Millie break off into a sprint to catch up to the rest of the group, and get carried away looking around at the other booths. Moxie and Millie converse for a little bit, and Blitz comes over, makes a gay sex joke, which amuses Millie as usual, but causes Moxie discomfort, and then offers to bodyguard Stolas so that the rest of them can have fun. Millie picks up Moxie and starts running over toward the roller coaster named the Lawsuit. Wonder why it's called that. In the next shot, Moxie is seen vomiting into a trash can because, well, no shit. Did you guys see that thing? Now, Blitz in the next shot is doing a very good job bodyguarding Stolas, and he even makes sure that the assassins behind the booths know that he's watching them. Stolas starts flirting with Blitz, in which Blitz replies,
Save it, bitch, I'm working.
Octavia says that the two of them should just get a room, and Blitz says he's not a
Day hooker.
in a response to Octavia, to which this causes a random fat-ass mother to be offended before walking off. Stolas notices the old tent in the background and says,
Oh, look, Thea! You used to cry such tears of joy at this show.
which causes Octavia and Blitz to have a shared flashback, and they both say,
I hate that fucking clown.
Stolas calls out for Blitz to save him, and he picks up his sniper rifle and fended off the tiny imp assassins. In the next shot, Blitz sat Stolas down on one of the risers, and Octavia yanks off Stolas' blindfold. A robotic version of Blitz's old friend Fizzarelli comes on stage and begins to sing Loo Loo Land. After the song, one of the assassins attempts to murder Stolas, and Blitz shoots the assassin, scattering his brains all over the place. Stolas once again flirts with Blitz and causes Octavia to become enraged, and she runs off. Stolas chases after her, and Blitz and Robo-Fizz have an interaction which leads into a fight. Robo-Fizz throws Blitz up into the air, and Blitz lands into a cart of burning torches, which made them all scatter around the ground and started a large fire. In the next scene, Moxie and Millie are seen looking at the booths, and Millie spots a plushie called a Thing, and begged Moxie to win it for her. Moxie smirks, thinking that this will be an easy game, and successfully shoots the target. However, the asshole behind the booth didn't press the button that knocks down the target. This pisses off Moxie, and Millie takes the toy gun and gives it a try herself, after the asshole makes fun of Mox. Millie completely misses the target, but the man behind the booth presses the lever down and starts flirting with Millie. In the background, Blitz is seen being flung into the air by Robo-Fizz. Blitz lands on the man who was flirting with Millie, possibly killing him or knocking him out, whichever one you prefer, and Blitz tells Moxie and Millie to go check on Stolas, while Blitz starts shooting at Robo-Fizz, where Blitz makes another sex joke. Of course. Robo-Fizz comes hurling at Blitz, which ruins a lovely family photo, causing the dad to say this.
God damn it, Nathan! You ruined another bloody photo! Why were you even born?
Wow, that's a bit mean. Stolas chases after Octavia, and before he can catch up to talk to her, an assassin jumps on Stolas, in which he angrily says,
I think I'm supposed to be bodyguarded right now.
And Millie comes around the corner and shoots him, which this part always pisses me off every time I see it. So Millie can't shoot a target from 5 feet away, two-handed with no recoil, but then can shoot a much smaller target at a much greater distance, let's say 20 feet, with one hand and real recoil. It would have made more sense for Moxie to come in and shoot the assassin because, you know, he's the marksman. Millie is the knife lady, okay? Let's just have her be the badass knife lady. Let's have Moxie be the marksman, and let's let Blitz do whatever the fuck he wants because he's the main jackass of the show. Can we have a little character consistency, please? Well, fuck me right my hole. I just went on a 30-second rant on a video that was supposed to be at the most 10 minutes. Anyway, Stolas thanks Moxie and Millie and goes to look for his daughter. Stolas and Octavia have a long, boring conversation that I know is supposed to get me to feel things, but I'm not on this earth for feelings, okay? Stolas and Octavia make up, and Stolas carries her out of the fun house. An assassin attempts to kill Stolas, but he proves that he really didn't need Blitz to bodyguard him by using his power to turn the assassin into stone. The two of them in the next shot are seen leaving the park gates in the background. Blitz, Moxie, and Millie attempt to fight Robo-Fizz and a dragon, and a large explosion happens which causes Blitz, Moxie, and Millie to faceplant on the ground in front of Stolas and Octavia. Millie is knocked out and dragged off screen by some sort of rat, and Blitz and Moxie have this exchange.
Way to ruin another good thing, sir.
Worth it! That slutty toy clown had it coming.
Which ends the episode. Now that the recap segment of this video is done, it's time for me to give my actual review of the episode. Listen, this episode was not awful per se, but I just found it plain and boring. it did accomplish what it needed to do, which was establish the relationship between Stolas and Octavia, and how it starts off broken at the beginning of the episode and seems repaired at the end of the episode, but it just was so boring, mainly because I really don't care about Stolas and Octavia's relationship. That's not why I watch Helluva Boss, and that being the main plot of the episode, it just made it boring. Also, I think Via is a terrible character and should have been scrapped early on, but instead makes a return in season 2. Funny, though, how she is in both of the second episode of each season. Alright, I would have given this episode an 8 of 10 because the overall story isn't bad. It's just boring and not for me. But because it is boring to me, I will give this episode a 3-point boring penalty, which means that this episode is a 5 out of 10 for me, but I'd put it in D tier on this tier list here. But remember, things can change as I make more of these reviews. Alright everyone, that's going to be it for this video here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give this video a like and share it with anyone you think would be interested in this video. And most important, subscribe to this channel. What are you doing? It's free. Anyway guys, if you enjoyed this video and you made it this far, thank you and God bless you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.